That's a wonderful custom you have here. Blessings the marriage, and happy anniversary to those celebrating this month. I want to just introduce myself, in case you're wondering who I am at the beginning of Mass. My name is Father Todd Molinari, and I'm the Vicar for Clergy for the Archdiocese of Portland and Oregon. With me today is Father Jim Herrera, who's also priest of the Archdiocese. And the reason I'm here is actually difficult news to share with all of you, but I ask for your prayers and support for Father Israel and for one another during this time. Basically, the reason I'm here is Archbishop Sample asked me to visit all of you this weekend to let you know that Father Israel has been placed on administrative leave. And what that means basically is that he's been temporarily relieved of his duties as administrator for the time being. The reasons for that are explained in a letter that we've had photocopied and put into a bulletin. But suffice it to say, I'll just give a brief synopsis and try to clarify at least the main reasons behind this. Basically, what happened was back in late April, right after Easter, a device that looked like an electrical outlet was discovered in the restroom just off of the Vestine sacristy. And upon closer inspection, it would appear to be a hidden camera. The discovery was immediately reported to Father Israel, who agreed what was given to him was in fact a camera. And instead of promptly addressing this discovery, Father Israel put the device aside, put it in the drawer in the sacristy, and he failed to contact the Sherwood Police or the Archdiocese until May 20th, the same day that we were informed. By then, according to Father Israel, the device was missing, apparently the next day. So there's a couple difficulties here is that because of a father's decision, the Sherwood Police Department's gotten involved in an investigation, and the investigation is ongoing. And then there was also a breach of protocols and policies for the Archdiocese of reporting when such devices or anything of that nature takes place on parish or school property. One thing, just to reassure you, is that the Archdiocese did commission a forensic team to come in, this was about 3 weeks ago on the weekend, to do a sweep of the whole campus, and thanks be to God, there was no other electronic devices were found on the campus, and this was reported to the police. So the good news is that, as far as we could tell, there's no other electronic devices or hidden cameras of that nature on the campus. The difficulty comes in, though, is because of Father's not reporting it right away. He's been now involved in an investigation. There's been no accusation made to Father, either by the police department or anyone else, so I want to make that very clear. He hasn't been accused of anything. But because of the seriousness of the nature of the investigation, the Archbishop decided it was best for him to just step away from parish administration for the time being. Our hope is that if the investigation is cleared up and there's no action on the part of the police, that Father will be able to be restored to his regular duties here at St. Francis. We have, in the meantime, the Archbishop has appointed Father James Herrera as the temporary administrator of St. Francis Parish, so he will be your current administrator. Father Israel is currently staying with a brother priest of his, a fellow Filipino priest of the Archdiocese, and the Archdiocese is taking care of all his personal needs, his salary, his benefits, and everything goes on unchanged. And our desire in the Archdiocese is that there's as smooth as possible transition during this period of time. Admittedly, it's very disruptive and difficult news, but I think it's important to just say a couple points. One is, priests are human, and priests make mistakes. These things happen. And so while there's been nothing pronounced in terms of a final decision or judgment about Father, he did make a practical mistake and an error in judgment. Priests make mistakes, we're human. And so I ask you to pray for Father and show your love and support for Father. And I know he's already received that from brother priests and other parishioners. So I think the one thing is just to keep that in mind, is that make mistakes, and sometimes there's consequences to these. And because of his role as responsible agent in the parish and for protection of everyone on campus, this has to happen in order for the investigation to conclude. And basically, we're cooperating with law enforcement until the investigation is concluded. The second thing is that I recognize, the Archbishop recognizes all the tremendous good that Father Israel has done here at St. Francis. So even though this is very difficult news to share with all of you, and I don't want to sound like I'm talking out both sides of my mouth, but it's very truly acknowledged by myself and the Archbishop is, Father's done a tremendous amount here in the parish and the school, and it's the Archbishop's desire that continues forward. That all the things that you had planned for the parish and the school, all your activities, your ministries, that they continue forward. And that's the best way to support Father Israel right now, is to continue forward what he had established and what he set forth for the ministries here. Right now, that's pretty much all I can share with you. And I apologize ahead of time for just kind of dropping this bomb. There's no easy way to kind of share this kind of news. But just to let you know that the Archbishop made this decision only after a great deal of prayer and discernment. Father Israel met with the Archbishop and myself last Wednesday. He's very understanding and accepting of the decision. He recognizes the situation that he's in, and that it needs to be resolved, and so he is accepting of that. So there's no hard feelings or negativity on Father's part either, as difficult as this is. So sometimes this is just the life of the church, is that things happen and we have to make decisions for the best of all parties involved. And in fact, this actually gives Father some space as well, so that once the investigation is concluded, he's in a place where hopefully, please God, that he'd be able to return to ministry. In the meantime, Father James Ferreira will be here, administrator, and so he will be available for all the sacramental and pastoral needs. And it's our desire that parish life continues insofar as possible smoothly in this during time of transition. If you have any other questions, there's really not much more I can share with you at this time. Please read the letter. And I think if you're inclined to call the Archdiocese or the office, the parish office, with more questions, there's no more information that we have right now beyond what's in the letter that's in the bulletin. So I would just say this is a time for prayer and solidarity for Father Israel. Thank you for your attention.